What's the meaning of life?
Life is about balance, and we're given a certain amount of time on this planet to do things that we really love to do. We get to witness life in all its beauty, and then eventually we move on. Life is all about the experience. And eventually, when we die, we go and we live someplace else.
But how can we see these people after they die?
Well, that's because we have a special gift, and it's nothing to be afraid of. You'll learn how to use your abilities just like I did. You'll strive to achieve so much. You'll discover success, and you'll meet failure. But no matter what happens to you, no matter how hard life is, you must always believe in yourself. That's the most important thing.
Phoenix, Arizona. It's where we find renowned psychic medium Jamie Clark. He's helped thousands of people from around the world, known well by many for his accuracy, kindness, and stunning personality. He pushes the boundaries every day and travels around the world to help his clients and friends. His approach is not only to help others with his gifts, but to help teach people how to use their own abilities. Spreading his wisdom freely is what he loves to do, helping to shape and change lives, all while having fun. That's why we chose to ride along with him and see just what it's really like to be a psychic. Our journey begins here on The Unknown.
When I was growing up, my whole family, everyone, my brother, my sisters, my mom, my dad, they all used their intuitive abilities. So it was tremendously accepted and nourished and nurtured. I am so honored and thankful. But I had to have that as from a young child. The relaxed, calm confidence to go, well, man, my mom's amazing and one of my heroes. So if she's working with us and she's light and love, oh, this is good.
Our first stop is a 2-hour drive north of Phoenix, Sedona, Arizona. Nestled deep in the desert mountains lies a town of absolute beauty and mystery. Thousands travel from all over the world to visit this notorious area. From legends of healing vertices to mystical powers deep within the mountains surrounding it, it's a place that attracts people of all different walks of life. We stopped in at a local shop to do a few psychic reads.
I don't know, I get a playful travel energy for you. So if you haven't thought about, like hitting a couple of different places or a road trip, for some reason it's strong for you.
Yeah, because I want to do a road trip.
If you weren't thinking about moving, unless you had to move from the store, then don't be surprised if you're either thinking about moving or you are moving. Cool. Did you move in the past year?
No.
Okay. If you haven't been?
Although my landlord just put our building up for sale.
Okay, that's why. Because I'm like, if you haven't, then strongly potentially. You drive?
I sure do.
Did you have an oddball thing with like a vehicle or a battery recently?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, just lost an automobile.
Okay.
Blew the engine.
You're supposed to have your own business. You got a whole new dynamic. Of course, this is great. There's something completely different, and that's a good thing. Did I do okay? Fairly accurate?
You did terrific.
Well, you have a lot of love and compassion for others. You can't forget about you. You could do very well. You have your own talents. Okay, if you don't think you do, you do. But if you haven't been offered an opportunity in the past 6 months or sooner, okay, whatever it might be, like, hey, you're interested in this or you want to do business, then it's going to be offered because it's already in your energy field. Okay, when things aren't going right, quit asking what am I doing wrong, start asking what am I doing right. You've got a potential move energy too, okay? So if you haven't been thinking about moving in with somebody or moving, it's real strong for you. Have you been thinking about it, or did you move?
Yeah, we just had a baby.
Congratulations, that's beautiful.
I get an energy read on somebody and they're walking down the street. What I'm picking up on is the overall vibration of their thoughts and kind of where they're leading in them in life. I see an orb of white light around their physical body, completely encompassed. Within that, I can pick up a target signature of direction for them. So what I mean by that is it becomes a trajectory of their thoughts and where they're leading to. With mediumship, our loved ones know our individualized soul prints. It is unique like a fingerprint, so I call it a soul print. So when I see somebody, it literally is like balloons or light orbs that are hovering around them. They'll come in the morning time and give me, personalities and circumstances, and sometimes they'll get me to choose colors. They'll get me to choose candles, sayings, and I've got blind faith going, what is it? Okay, here you go. And so many times they're like, that was the name that they always called me. And so to have the blind faith to say the slightest validation you may not understand, but is so oddball and random, yet can change people's lives. Good evening, how are you? And he's like, we're together. It's a really good sense of humor. As soon as I'm around, they know that I'm using my abilities, because the more you use your intuitive abilities, the brighter your light gets. When they see a bright light, they know that I'm on, and they'll come to me, always respectfully and lovingly, but wanting to get a connection with their people if they can. A little bit more love, appreciation, consideration, all of that you're finally giving yourself. You've always had it for others till you get pissed enough, right? Right, good, there you go. That's why I don't mean to be flippant, I'm just neutral. I'm not connected to the information. So I would say, if I'm good, you're great. I'm just reading your energy, your individualized energy. Most and everyone has the ability, most don't use it. I've been doing this for my whole life, and every experience that I have is always a whole new dynamic. When I am able to give them information and they're validated by that, and that myself, who doesn't know them, can give them that accuracy, that is so healing to see them change their life. We are connecting with people's souls. That is powerful and very nourishing. There is so many different dynamics to be able to give them the information and let them empower their own lives. Anything that we touch automatically holds our energy signature on that object. In psychometry, I'm able to hold an object or touch an object, and I can read the information about the person or people that have touched that object. Now, like we have an IP address on the internet web, we have an SP address on the universal web, a soul print address. I call our souls a soul print because we're like fingerprints, unique. I'm able to get the information and sectionalize it, slice it energy-wise like a loaf of bread. So, in being able to look through the binocs over there was a very interesting dynamic, and I picked up information. But we wanted to come over here, and I want to see what information that I might pick up from this public bench in a picnic aspect. Now, as soon as I am sitting down, I am being flooded with information. I'm being shown pictures. I'm being given feelings and energy information about the people that have been here. Now, literally, I can at least pick up, and of course many more, but I can sectionalize at least 60 different people that have sat here. In being able to help missing persons, I can get the location that they're at the moment, and I can soul trace the different locations that they have been to on this planet. I can get through that connection the people who they are connecting with in that way. Through that, I can pick up the alignment to go, here's where they've been, here's where they're at, and here's the direction that they're going. And within that, we can be ahead of the game, and we have found people with that very dynamic. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody was thought one way and it was another way. Somebody was murdered. Okay, somebody had their life taken by someone else, like a car accident or something like that. I don't know why he's like, I'm sorry I had to go, but I had to go. Thanks for believing in him. What do you mean? He does that every so often. And you're like, right. Well, good, you're not crazy. I'm not there, but it's important that you realize he's just about a thought away. Has your dad passed? He was tough on you to make sure that you know you grew up with the keys of success. Keeps calling you a salesman, salesman, salesman. So whatever you do, you're good at it. In the past year, moving, was somebody talking about it, or did somebody move in the past year? Because they give a moving, okay. Well, you're sitting here with that, but it makes me talk about the leg thing. So I don't know, it's almost like someone else was affected by the leg or they lost a leg in some way. I hope not. You understand the reference though?
Uncle lost both.
Okay, because I'm like, I need to talk about the leg and it feels like, beep, gone. We just got a call from one named Megan. The house seems to be haunted. Let's go see if we can find out and get her some insight and information. Let's go.
I'm a vet tech. I work at an animal hospital, so I monitor anesthesia, I triage. I was walking into my bedroom and I remember just being hit with an intense smell of like incense. But it is something that my father used to be really big on. Like it would always be in his home, in his office. I've had incidences where I'm walking through the house and I just find random puddles. I really had thought the bathroom had overflowed, soaked it up with a huge beach towel, and couldn't find any leaks for it. I was showering over at the old house in the bathroom, washing my hair, and all of a sudden I felt something literally like smack me upside the back of the head. Enough to where it actually like pushed me forward, like I braced myself on the shower wall, turned around to kill my boyfriend. Shower, bathrooms completely empty except for me. I've had phantom door shakings where I was sitting on the couch. In the back hallway, I hear the door, it's like somebody had grabbed the handle and was just shaking it in the door frame. And I thought it was my boyfriend's younger son, so I went to go investigate thinking like he had woken up. He was only 5 years old, thought he had a nightmare, couldn't get out of the bedroom. So as soon as I hit the hallway, it just stopped. And so I ran in, got my boyfriend up, and I was like, hey, this is what happened. And he set up with me for about 15 minutes and nothing happened again. And I'm shaking, I'm crying, and he goes back into bed. Within 5 minutes of him going back into bed, it starts again. Since I've moved here, we had an incident where, and it's one specific video game, one of the few that I actually play, the case, it's like the case opens up, is filled with water and then shut and just laid there to be found. And that's happened now twice. It's completely destroyed the insert. It was just a watery mesh. It was day before Father's Day. I had gone to grocery shopping. He came home, fell asleep on the couch. Son was in the bedroom, and when I walked in with the groceries, the table was completely clean, and I was just like, oh yay, he cleaned. Put the groceries in here, and then when I walked back out into the living room, I noticed it was clean because everything was on the floor on the opposite side heading towards the hallway. Smashed, broken, covered in water, just everything just shattered.
had literally been like somebody had upturned the entire coffee table and then set the coffee table back down. I kept trying to find a way to rationalize it, to blame it on somebody else that was more tangible and possible. If I could find out what's going on, that would be awesome. If I had like a more clear cut who it was, what it was, I think I would be able to wrap my mind around it a little bit more, or at least better. Apart from that, I'm not even sure what answers I'm looking to get. I'm hoping for the truth, whatever that is. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Pleasure to meet you.
Come on in.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
And thank you for allowing me into your home.
Thank you for coming.
I think that we're going to be able to get a lot of insight, information, and some direction for you so that you can understand a little bit more of who and what you're dealing with. There are 3 different energies at least that are in this place. I do feel like there are 2 males and 1 female. Within that, one of these males, I do feel like committed suicide, shot themselves. There was blood everywhere. The female that I'm picking up is very strong, but also compassionate. Okay, within that, she's kind of a buffer for you. She neutralizes the other ding-a-ling energy. Okay, but I will also say that I pick up a father figure for you. Okay, and as I pick up your dad's energy, I get strength, I get a warrior, and he's got a big energy. So if he wasn't a big person in life, then when he spoke, people listened. The scent of what they give me, are there different scents that you get? Because I know there's at least a couple, not just one. Like the incense would be directly connected to, and whoever your thought first went to would be it.
Father.
And your dad is there. Now also, they give me that things have been moved. They make me feel like, in a way, that some have been pushed. Some have been, it's not just once, there's been a couple of times. One person who took his own life, in an odd way, you remind him of somebody in his life. For this gentleman, he's going to get you to become a little irritated. He's going to get you and your boyfriend to have a little argument here. Start to question your sanity. You go, I'm not crazy. No, you're not. But the good thing is you're questioning it. Question everything. So how old is your child?
I don't have a child. My boyfriend has his son, and we get him part-time. He's 5. And I've taken in a foster girl for about 6 to 8 months. She was 15. We're very, very close, even though circumstances just don't really allow us to be in each other's lives.
Right.
She kind of took on the role of calling me mom, and I told her I would always see her as my daughter. And we just kind of bonded very quickly and very easily. The female, do I know her?
There is some familiarity to her, yes. It's interesting you say that. I don't get a really strong connection, but I get like a peripheral connection, like maybe you knew her from a while ago, or she was a friend of a friend, or whatever this is. But there's kind of like a satellite area there, okay? Now, in addition, this particular woman, but she feels younger, okay? But I don't know if she overdosed or had like a toxicity, but I feel like
Heat.
and done.
Heat?
Would that, well, maybe. Was she like heat stroked in some way?
Marie.
There's that M name.
That's why I was starting to think about that. She was kind of like a younger sister to me. I took her to her senior prom. That was her date. And she, 2 years ago, I had somebody pass away, and she's like, I'll be there. I'm going out on a trip. As soon as I get back, me and you time, and she passed away on the trip.
You said there was 3, Jamie?
Yes, 3. Her dad, this Ding-a-ling energy, and this young lady, the M.
I have a feeling I might know the Ding-a-ling energy, but not really know him.
No, it's a far side, like through somebody else, right? Or through a long time ago?
He was never allowed around me because he told his therapist he had actually wondered what it would be like to kill me. He ended up committing suicide by gun. He shot himself in the head.
It's probably why he showed me that. Just by this connection and now understanding who these are, I can feel his energy relax a little. So now he can't get you so much into the fear mode because you know exactly who it is. Feeling good?
Yes, feeling good. Got some answers, or at least a good direction to go in.
You got it. And with this, it's going to get better and you're going to be able to relax a little bit more.
Now that we're understanding more of who we're dealing with, that's taken the fear factor out of it. And the ding-a-ling energy, I literally felt him relax, going, there's no more fear in that way, but he will still make the connection.
Okay.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
I'll see you again.
All right.
Bye. We're on our way over to see Jimmy. He's found the map. We found a gold mine 4 years ago. He wants to talk about it. I think we found it. Let's go. When I'm driving, as always, I'm using my abilities. There have been a number of times where I felt strongly that I was in one lane and I needed to get into the next lane. One time, a number of years ago, when I did that, a vehicle, as the traffic was all stopped, but I got into the next lane, came barreling through and slammed, rear-ended the vehicle where I would have been. But because I trusted that, it literally could have saved our lives. That is a huge dynamic, is to trust what you feel. That you'll learn very quickly. You're not always making things up. When I target somebody, if they're moving, it does not make a difference because we are all interconnected. So when I have clients around the planet, I am connecting to them, and as soon as I'm tapping into their energy, I have their SP address. That gives me all the information. Everything's energy. It's all around us, within us, and through us. And so being able to feel all of these energy vibrations is what I do. Oh, hang on, I got a call. All right, hang on. Yeah. Hey, Jimmy, what's going on, man? Okay. Yeah, of course. No, you know, it's interesting that you bring that up, because just a little while ago I was tapping in and all of a sudden I'm getting a hit. We've got to start acting on this now. There are people that have either found our area or in the vicinity of it. This is a timing. We need to do this. We cannot lose this. We've already found it's been 4 years. It's now time to act on it. All right, hang loose. We'll be there shortly and I'll talk to you. All right, see you. Bye. That was Jimmy. He's just validating what I was picking up, and that was I was getting an energy read that I feel like there are people that are getting close to the area where we have that gold mine. He just validated it with an aspect of information. Now, he'll share some when we get there. It's a timing thing now.
Coming. Yo,
Jimmy, what's up, brother,
It's
man?
been a while,
How you
dude.
doing? You doing good?
Yeah. hanging in
Okay.
there.
Hey, you know, on my way over here, I'm feeling like somebody's zeroing in.
I've been a little worried because seeing that one thing I saw on the website scared the living daylights out of me. But I got out the maps. And I think if we look at the maps and you can help me zero in, because Jamie, it's been 4 or 5 years since we've been out there.
Well, and it was the right thing
And
to
I'm
let
gonna
it
sit
sit
down
there
here
now.
so I can see these.
Okay, because on the way
But-
over here, they're zeroing in. And the good validation is if they're zeroing in, we're on.
Here's the road in, right here. Here's heading to Superior, here's Superior. And we cut off right before there. And we go in that road, and we go all the way into here. And here's where I am a little confused. I can't remember if I went up that one canyon and turned right or left. You need to help me
I
with
feel like,
that.
now this energy-wise, the little grid that we're working with
Yeah.
is going to go to this side. You're going to make a left.
Okay, it is a
And
left.
yeah, I agree with you. And we're going to follow it just around, and it feels like it'll be right off to the right-hand side,
Okay.
right around. Now, the dynamic that is interesting is there's more there. There's more.
You know, I wasn't sure. When I looked into this, there's a mining claim just north of where we want to claim. And that's the largest copper mine in the world.
Okay,
They
a
own
little
that
bit of
property.
validation. They're not going to do that unless it's there.
I got a guy that can go out and do it for us. It's going to cost us a pretty penny to do it, but I think it's worth it.
With that and the little bend that comes around, I keep getting an angled slide down and through energies, and there's an even thicker strip.
Well, you know
of
that
it.
wash does cut to that one curve there, so.
Okay, so if we can act on this, we can GPS both coordinates. Let's get these locked in. We need to go.
Let's just go tomorrow morning. We'll leave at 6 in the morning. By the time we get out to the superstition area, it'll be about 7:38 and perfect. If we can get in and out by 11, that'd be great.
Let's do
At
it.
11, they're saying it's going to be 110 tomorrow.
Next on The Unknown, Jamie and Jim travel deep into the wilderness in search of their long-lost mine. 5 years since their last visit to this old site, and the hope is still strong that it remained untouched. They search high and low until finally finding it. But there's a problem.
Oh,
Upon arrival, they find garbage and evidence showing someone has already been there. Then, out of the blue, another treasure hunter shows up from another TV show and starts questioning the guys.
We were just out at our gold mine, but we haven't ever told anyone. And we've kept it a secret for the last 3 or 4 years. And last year there was a show on TV in Phoenix about the Lost Dutchman gold mine. And we go out to our gold mine today, and who walks up on us? But the guy that wrote and did the show. I'm thinking this guy knows the gold's there. We're gonna have to get right on this. We can't wait any longer.
The race is on to claim what could be the Lost Dutchman's gold. That's next on The Unknown.